Hello everyone, this is Flying Dutchie and welcome to Europa Universalis IV. We are going to play in the 1.34 patch, the Lions of the North DLC or Immersion pack. I want to thank Paradox for giving me this press copy. And the game for you guys should release tomorrow, so I will upload a couple of videos before the release day. I did some test runs, and we are going to play as Norway. We are going to try to get the Norwegian Wood achievement. That is, I think, in the game from the start, so let's start the game. I use one mod, a graphical map improvements mod. That's the only mod I use. And we are going to jump into the game as Norway. And before we start playing, I will go over all kinds of things that changed, because the game is actually completely different. Let's check the options, if everything is still at normal and historical, yes. So we will play Iron Man mode. I'm gonna call this run, of course, Norway. There we go. So, I think I'm gonna call this episode 0, because I don't think we're gonna play, maybe at the end. But we are gonna talk about all the changes and the whole plan of this run. And we're gonna read this thing. So since 1397, the Crown of Norway has been part of the Kalmar Union, with Denmark and Sweden, although a Norwegian Council of State formally governs the country. The increasing centralization imposed by the Danish monarchs is being felt in the country, making the Danish nobility increasingly privileged. We also have a estate modifier from Denmark that we need to get rid of. But also Norwegian landed nobles and merchants prospered under this system, as they were effectively the middleman between the crown and the commoners. Thus the country was ruled by privileged nobles instead of the royal court. However, the system is maybe not the most favorable for the country, as the conflicts related to the Danish crown can increase over time, and the recent deposition of King Erik of Pomerania, now in exile on the island of Jutland, I think it's called Gotland. Opportunities to choose the fate of Norway may arise, and there are some voices claiming to address the call of our forefathers, encouraging the Norwegian natural seamanship. Now, we have all the DLCs, of course, and this is all still the same. So yeah, welcome to the game. So this whole immersion pack, the Lions of the North, gave mission trees to Norway, Sweden, I think Denmark as well. Scandinavia is now having a mission tree. The Teutonic Order, the Commonwealth, Poland, Devonian Order. Lübeck has a new tree. And I think that's it. Maybe Riga? And I think you can go and you can form other countries as well here, and they also have their mission trees. Let's go over our own situation. So we are at the start in a PU under Denmark, and luckily for us it's going to get easier to break free than it was before this patch, because of course Norway now has its own mission tree. Let's actually open that one first. But this is the Norwegian mission tree. We're gonna get kinds of bonuses that are really overpowered. I can already tell you. We need to please the burghers. We need to complete 2 agendas for the burghers, and then we get mountain expansion. I think that event gives you a development boost for your mountains. So your mountains don't give that much penalty anymore. Then we have to go and get trade power in the North Sea markets. We need to get a Level 2 center of trade and a marketplace on these 3 highlighted provinces. And then we get all of this. So more trade power, that kind of things. And then we have to monopolize the North Sea. We need 75% more trade power there, 35% in Lübeck, and the Baltic states need 15%. Now that will happen over time, of course, and we get a lot of money when we do this. Let's have a look at Denmark's rivals. So he rivaled Scotland, Lithuania and England. Because for the Norwegian allies we need to have 2 countries that are rivals of Denmark, have 100 opinion with us, and then we can get an event. And with this event we can get more points against Denmark, we can get money, manpower, whatsoever. And that goes into the liberty of Norway. And here we get our stability back, and we get permanent claims on a lot of things, on Sweden and on Denmark. And then when we are independent, we're gonna get all permanent claims on all of Scandinavia and on Scotland. So we are gonna get all kinds of free things. The fleet of Norway, we need to have 5 heavy ships or 8 light ships. No, we go for the light ships. And then we get an explorer, and then we can go to Greenland. And then we can colonize it over here. We need to get the call of our forefathers, which is a Norwegian idea. We will go over that very soon. They also changed a little bit for Norway. And then we get Marines. We're gonna get a lot of Marines because we get some modifiers for them. And then we go to the Great Explorer Fleet. And with this one, I think we are going to get also free Greenland and that kind of things. But that will happen later in the game. First need to establish ourselves over here. Claims of Orkney. We need to get all that down. And then we can get claims on all of Ireland. Yeah, we need to go after Scotland, then we get claims on Ireland. There's the colony of Greenland, and then we go into America here. Need to go to Canada and Eastern America. I'll get trade bonuses. And then to Cascadia and Louisiana. The Gulf of Mexico, we need to get to Mexico very soon, which will be my goal. So we can get the treasure fleets. And over this side we have also things like military things, restore the Leidang. I think these are different units, but I didn't play with those yet. We need 20 Marines over here, and then we get even better Marines. The shock damage penalty goes away for the Marines, and the Marines use sailors, so that's really helpful for us. And then we have to go here, take all of Norway. Still have some couple of things missing here, but that's because this is a press release, so nothing in this will be, I think, in the game that they release. I think they will have some pictures before the release. But yeah, this is a bit of the mission tree of Norway. It's huge, and it is completely different than it was because, yeah, Norway had no mission tree. Another big change is the estate screen. This is the new overview of the estates. You can now have 6 privileges at the same time. 4. I did not find anything new over here. Just the same things that were in the game already. But as Norway, we start with 2 nobility things. So we have the Danish nobility estate privilege. And this gives us minus 12.5% tax modifier, because they have 50% of the lands at the moment. Now we have to revoke this, and that's going to cost us a lot of stability. And we can only remove this when the loyalty is higher than the influence. And we also have the Nobles Court. For this privilege, we are losing 0.5 yearly legitimacy, and the claim strength increase goes down. We need to get rid of these 2 somewhat early, because we want to claim and seize land all the time to get our crown land up. So I will click this button right now, because I always do this. It's a free claim land. And let's just go over the privileges and select them for this run. So what am I gonna pick? I'm not gonna pick this immediately, because we cannot really lose crown land that much. We need a lot of taxation money. We are really poor. And taxation is our main income at the start of the game. So I will just go with the same things I always do. Oversight by the clergy, +10 and +10. Church sanctuaries, +10, +10. When we build a church, we get more papal influence. Not gonna get this, because that gives too much influence. This also. So we'll just keep with these 2, stay with these 2 for now. And the nobility, we are going to get rights of council, 10%, and the supremacy of the crown. And that's it for now. And the burghers, we are going to get the prestige boost, so we lose a little bit of taxation. But we're also going to get 20 prestige at the start of the game, which is actually pretty good, pretty nice. +10, +10. And the private trade fleets. So that is done. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Let's go over our Norwegian ideas. Our traditions give us more sailors. And our ship durability is higher. And when we complete all the Norwegian ideas, we get 20% trade steering. And that is really good. Especially when you build a colonial empire. The trade steering bonus applies the multiplier from one node to another. And that's going to make us so much more money. So that would be really good if we can complete all of this. We start with the call of our forefathers. We get explorers and conquistadors unlocked immediately with the first national idea. The second one is a colonist, a pioneer spirit. Then we have morale of navies plus 20%. Ship cost goes down, meh, horrible idea group thing. 10% global trade power, that's decent, I guess. This is really nice, more production efficiency. And we get some discipline and yearly prestige, that is actually really good. But these two are, of course, the key for Norway. So what am I planning with my idea groups? I think, because we need to conquer a lot of land, because we need to get our Norwegian wood achievements, we have to go for some world conquest ideas. For example, diplomatic, influence, maybe administration. Humanist will be at least my third or fourth idea, so that the game becomes easier, and I cannot stand rebels, so I'm gonna pick that one. But I think the first idea group will be diplomatic. So we can conquer more land, we have more diplomatic reputation, more slots, and we have lower stability from diplomatic action, so we can remove royal marriages for free, for example. I think I'm gonna skip exploration, because the big thing about exploration is only the quest for the new world. So you can start getting explorers and conquistadors, but we can this with the Norwegian ideas. Also, the one colonist is not gonna make a big difference. Colonial range is nice, but it's not that important, because we also have our own colonial range upgrades. But I will pick expansion as my second idea. So we start with diplomatic, then I go with expansion, so we get an extra colonist, merchant, more global settlers, more diplo relations again, another colonist, trade power, and a bit more autonomy in territories. I think I will go with diplomatic, expansion, and then... Well, not humanist. I think I'm going to pick a military idea group and then humanist. What is the big deal with the military ideas? They are changed. The cavalry combat ability is now 15% for the aristocratic ideas. So if you're playing as Poland, you should really go with the noble knights. And the most important thing is that the quantity idea group is completely overhauled. You now only get 25% more manpower instead of 50%. And I think there is the finisher land force limit. I think it was 50%, that is now also 25%. So they made it in half. Still a decent idea group. But now the question arises if other idea groups are getting better. There's also a policy that increased. I think it is the innovative quality. Yeah, it's the fourth one from the bottom. If you take innovativeness and quality, you now have 15% infantry combat ability instead of 10%. That's also a big change. Okay, we will pick as our third idea group a military, and then we go to humanist. So that is our idea groups. Let's talk about the new music. As you can already hear in the background. I'm gonna put it a little bit louder. There are 6 new songs, and I will play them in the first couple of episodes, so you guys can hear them. We have Battle of Scandinavia, Crowned in Tallinn, Knights of Swords, Lands of the Midnight Sun, and we have Rise of the Bolts, and we have United We Stand. And those will just loop for a little bit, so you guys can listen to it. It's always nice that the game gets new music. I really like it. I think we are just gonna start playing. The last thing I want to show is, of course, what is the goal of this run? The goal is to get all the naval supply provinces in the whole world. And that means, lucky us, that at this point we don't have to go that much into the HRE. But we have to go to Bohemia. And Hungary, Teutonic Order. So, for Europe it looks decent. I think. We also need to go to war with France maybe one time. Castile maybe one time as well. Maybe not Portugal, but the colonies can have it as well. And we will have to wait and see where these provinces are going to get in the New World. That is the goal of this run. Last thing I wanted to do... oh yeah, just the goal itself. So we will go after Denmark and Sweden, of course. I will try to vassalize the Teutonic Order if there is something left of them after the war with Poland, so we can vassal feed the Teutonic Order. The same counts for Novgorod. Most of the times Muscovy is taking everything, and then I just vassalize and core and get the cores back to Novgorod and integrate them. For Ireland, maybe do the same. Maybe make one Irish minor, give everything and Diplo annex it. And I will core all of this, and I'm gonna core all of this. And I think that is all I wanted to say. So first things first. The rivals of Denmark. England, Lithuania and Scotland. England, do you want to help me? Yes. England wants to help us break free. Lithuania also wants to break us free. We're gonna improve to 100, so we get our first mission unlocked. Just need to get a couple more units. And we are starting with 3 heavy ships, and we really do not need them, so we are going to sell them to England. Let's lower the maintenance. Let's mothball our forts. I could remove the fort actually, let's just remove it. It's too expensive as Norway, you're just so poor. And then I'm gonna unpause the game, and we are just gonna start. So this will not be part 0, it will just be part 1. Okay, let's split these two ships. Maybe Holland wants a ship. But only for 20. And Friesland? Okay, Friesland is paying 30, that's good. Well, there we go. A new leader arises. The crown councils of Norway, Sweden and Denmark met in 1397 in the city of Kalmar and decided to unite the 3 Scandinavian nations under a single monarch. We are the largest state in Europe, but it was troubled from the start. Danish domination. We get a general, Johan Vasa. A 1441 is our general. General will become King of Sweden should we win our independence war before the modifier. But that doesn't mean we have it, right? No, I think he is... just a general from Denmark then, I guess. Can we sell the ship here? No, it's in December. Don't really want to wait 1 month. Do you want a ship? Yeah. There you go. Dithmarschen, do you want a ship? Oh, nice. We sold all our big ships here. Then my light ships are going to protect trade in Lübeck. Because we are into Lübeck trade node, but all the key trade power is over here, so we really want to expand this way. I was also thinking about joining the HRE, but the downside of it is that you are losing government capacity, because you can only be a duchy instead of a kingdom. So I don't think I will in this run. I did it in some test runs and yeah, it makes it a bit easier to conquer HRE land when you are also in the HRE. But it is costing, so I don't think I will. Let's see, we still need to go to stability 1. I'll just do that. And now we need to improve relations with Lithuania. That's in December. And look who is asking us for an alliance. Yes, that is Sweden. Sweden is also rebelling against Denmark, so when we declare the war, Sweden will join as well. Now, I will tell Sweden that I want this land. He is not having a priority, so when Sweden siege this down, it should go to me. And I will tell everyone that I want all of this. And Bornholm. This is my starting expansion. Right, we can start building a spy network so we can siege down things a little bit quicker. There we go. And we need to build a couple of galleys, because galleys are way stronger in this area. An Italian engineer available. We can get some military points for a bit of money. Let's do it. Sounds like a great deal to me. And now we need to wait until we have 100 relations with 2 rivals of Denmark. Also going to be interesting to see if Poland is going to make the Commonwealth or not. What is this? I think they just did. Yeah, so Lithuania is now part of Poland, so we cannot ask them to join us anymore. Can we ask Scotland to join? No, Scotland hates us. And they rivaled Novgorod, so now we have to try to get Novgorod on our side. For our mission 3, so let's improve relations. In my test run it took a long time for Muscovy to declare war on Novgorod, so maybe that happens this time as well. And in the long term I also want an alliance with Poland. Hopefully we can get it. What's our income? 2.5. Okay, that's decent for now. That is going to get down fairly quickly. So I will increase the speed to 4 because you just need to wait. The Varohus fortress in Vardo, in Finnmark. We can get a castle in Finnmark. I will say no to this. We can also get a lot of manpower for some money. Maybe that's actually worth it, but then I need to take loans from the burghers. I skip. I'm gonna skip it. That's a lot of money at this point of the game. We also have a mission in our mission 3 to get forts of the north. We need 2 forts in Scandinavia, and when we have this, we get fort maintenance minus 75%. So forts are not that expensive as Norway anymore, but that's only for 25 years. You get a very cheap military engineer. And you could use that one, because it gives you 1 military point for almost no money. So we could have done that, but we will get this when we go to war with Denmark, because I think Denmark is having a fort here, and also on Sjælland. Now let's see if they are going to improve relations as well. Yes, so we could go and try to ask them to help us as well. And the influenza is already starting. I don't care. This could spread the influenza all around, but we need our admin power. We need a lot of it. Okay, they're almost happy enough that I can click. I think that needs to go to plus. Can I not tell them that I'm friendly? No. I guess because they don't like me. And they are still not happy with me. Come on. I hope I can get them. Okay, some boats are built, so that's nice. Our galleys are ready to fight here in the Baltics. Oh, they desire Finnmark. Ooh. If I turn this off, will it help? I think it's time to increase our maintenance, because I think we are going to war soon. We should get 2 more units, maybe 3. Because that will be our force limit when we break free, 13. Come on, Novgorod, why don't you hate? Stop hating me. Then we can do the war. France go to war with Brittany. In the French mission tree, you now get a CB on Brittany. You didn't get it until this point, but now you are going to get it, so that's also a change. There are lots of changes in the game. Come on, Novgorod. Yes, there we go. He's no longer angry. Let's increase the maintenance, because we are going to war. We have 103, so 2 of our rivals of Denmark are now our friends, and then we can click the Norwegian allies mission. Supporters of Norwegian independence. The Kalmar Union is supposed to present the will of Denmark, Norway and Sweden. It should protect their interests. In reality, however, the Kalmar Union only served as an expanded source for wealth and manpower for the Danes. Because of that, the Danes, the Danish kings, had the audacity to wage wars with the Hansa and cause troubles with the realms of Eastern Europe. The Danes made many enemies, and the majority of them would be more than happy to support us in our cause for independence. Now we can choose what we want. So we will get 100 military points, and every country that has one other opinion of with us and this arrival of Denmark will ask if they want to give us as well 100 military power. We can get 10,000 manpower. We can get money, and that is exactly what I'm gonna go for, because money at this point of the game is just horrible. Or we say we don't want any help and we get some modifiers for the war against Denmark. But this is a lot of money. So we're gonna get 200. Novgorod refuses to aid, so they will not give us any money. And England as well. Now, of course, in my test runs I got more money, and this time we didn't. Because Dutchy is recording. And when Dutchy is recording, everyone knows what's going to happen. It's always the same. I think I'm gonna put my boats to the Swedish boats, so we are a bit stronger together. And let's improve with maybe Austria, just in case I am going to join the Empire. We can stop this, and let's improve with the Pope, so we don't get excommunicated, and we get more papal influence. Alright, I think it's time. We are losing money. Let's join the Swedes. Declare war. We will have England, Novgorod and Sweden against Holstein, Tyrconnell, Teutonic Order and Brandenburg. Ooh, I don't like that Brandenburg is in this war. I really don't. We have no diplomat to send. Come home. And declare war. We have no more personal union. We have a good king. A 246, that is really good. And everyone accepted. Now, if we are lucky, we can maybe get this, and then we can go after Ireland after this war. Do I make my king into a general? It is actually a really good one. I don't want that one to die. Let's just... Okay, 2 shock pips, that's not bad. Let's do this. And England will actually help. They improve the AI that they are going to help, so that's going to be interesting to see. Maybe Sweden, we have to go after the Danish army here. We are killing some of their boats. Should push them back. I don't think Sweden is interested in fighting. Let's not fight then. Let's wait until Novgorod arrives with his armies. Right, who's attacking me? No! Sweden, help! We are getting attacked by the Danish. Are you coming? I think he will. Denmark is having a crossing penalty, so that is good. You arrive on the 6th. Just in time. Literally 1 day later and we would not have had it, so let's siege down Lund. Okay, all the boats are here. England is here. Sweden is here, Norway is here against the Teutonic Order and Oldenburg. So we're gonna kill more boats. Well, if Sweden wants to go there, I will not sit there because I get only attrition. But we are blocking everything over here, so that is really good. I don't have that many galleys left. And to complete my mission for the force of military expansion, we need 100% of the force limit, and we don't have that right now. That is because they are queued behind my galleys over here. Let's remove them. And build a couple more here. That should complete it, and then we have a bit more morale as well. There's Novgorod, so Novgorod is gonna help as well over here. Perfect. Yeah, let's not... okay, he's gonna move away. Let Sweden and Novgorod take care of this then. I will tell Novgorod to not attach to my army. They can do whatever they want. And then they go back to Blaking, of course. And there we go, we have the units made, so we are at our force limit and we get 50 military power and more morale and less shock damage received. Now, so we did this one and this one, the Norwegian allies and the expanded military. We can do liberty for Norway. We gain a stability. Well, in that case, I'm gonna click the button because it's cheap now. And then we go to stability 2. Go. Now we have to win our independence, need to be at peace and be on our own. And then we get a restoration of Union CB against Denmark. Now, I am not gonna make use of it, and why is that? As Norway are so poor that you need to conquer land to boost your economy. If I'm going to PU Denmark, I am going to not have Denmark for 50 years. And maybe even 60 years, because it takes some time to annex them. I need this land earlier. And since we will get permanent claims on it, we have a minus 25% chance, we have a minus 25% coring cost modifier. So I will just core the rich lands of Denmark. I think that's a way better idea. And of course we now have also claims on Sweden. All of this. Another new thing is the Dalaskogen mine. It's a great project. And at the moment it's giving +3 local goods produced. The thing is, if we are going to conquer this from Sweden, it will get destroyed. So when we take Dalaskogen from Sweden, we don't have any modifier anymore. Oh, we have some galleys. Let's get our galleys in our fleet here. Let's tell the allies to help me out here. So England is in Colding. England landed its troop. There is no French war against the English at the moment. Ooh. We should... Let's wait for one repair tick. No, they are at 99%. Let's help over there. Just let England do its thing over here. We are just gonna sit here and not use any manpower. Maybe we should just stay here and blockade all of Denmark. Another new thing is when you are blockading... where is it? If you are blockading, you lose trade power. I think it... yeah, there it is. I don't know if that was a thing, but now it is. Minus 68%. So Denmark lost all his trade power because I'm blockading him. Alright, everything is just going how it should go. Another new thing for Norway is the naval doctrine. We can get Norwegian sailors. We can get our marine force limit up to 25%. And then we can use marines. Marines use sailors instead of manpower. So it's a great way to spare manpower out. The question is if that is worth it. I think because it's new, we are gonna go for it. So I will pay 98 and we get the Norwegian sailors. Our fleet is now 1 pip quicker. And we can make sailors. Marines. I think I'm gonna call them sailors a lot of times, but they are marines. We can make 3 of them. And they cost 1,000 sailors, the marines. Now the only downside of marines is they take a little bit more shock damage, but since we are Norway, it will go away, that penalty, and then we just use them as normal infantry. And they are really quick on hopping off and on islands. So that is their use. Well, there we go. We are going to Copenhagen. Sweden gave this to me. That was exactly the plan. So what do we want out of this war? Should I go to Ireland? England is over there. So that could mean that England is going to take this. No, because I was able to select it as my vital interest. So I think... yeah, England is going to give that to me. Then we can start gobbling up Ireland. That's perfect. Yeah, we need to get rid of the noble courts, the noble estate privilege from the Danish. They are ruining our legitimacy. We really need to take care of it. Okay, Novgorod is sieging down the Teutonic Order. It would be really nice if we can make Denmark lose the alliance with the Teutonic Order. I want to become independent. I should maybe take all of this so we can block Sweden. And maybe take Copenhagen. How much? Ooh. Well, that is a lot of aggressive expansion. If I do this as the peace deal, things will get a lot easier for me. There's Brandenburg attacking the Novgorodian army. And France and England are not going to war. England just ceded away. You have to wait here. Wait for Sweden to siege down Copenhagen. So I think this is a good moment to end this first episode. The next episode will come out very soon, on the same day. I'm gonna release at least 4 or 5 videos before release day, because that really helps. And it also helps if you guys are going to like the video, subscribe to the channel and say something below the video in the comment section. This will really help people to find this video. I would really appreciate it. And then I hope to see you guys in episode 2. Thanks for watching and bye bye.